Shouts out to my people, sending love, positivity, and good vibes to my people, man. I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm doing great. Today we got a video of mindset over money, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it.
You know, the reality is a lot of times we do a lot of shit we don't feel like doing. Like, I'm gonna be very transparent. I don't even feel like filming this today.
I mean, that's life though. You ain't never gonna want to do majority of things that you want to do. I feel like success is on the other side of that you don't want to do.
Yeah, I think so as well. But it just be like, I know it'd be that point. A lot of people just be like, man, I just don't feel like doing it. Then they sit in their excuses. Like, I feel like a lot of people make a lot of excuses. Be like, well, last night I was out till 3 a.m. so I deserve to lay in bed all day long and get my rest.
Yeah, and you're gonna get your rest, and eventually you're gonna get fired. So that's kind of how life works. And I feel like being an entrepreneur is the same thing. If you sit your ass down too long, eventually time will pass you, and you're gonna get fired from the real world. So kind of got to pick and choose, but you really can't pick and choose. It's either A, you're gonna stay active, or B, you're going to fall off from not having any type of progression moving forward. So.
And that'd be the worst thing. You know, it's crazy. Me, when I'm not doing shit, that's when I get depressed. That's when I get down, when I feel like I'm not progressing in life. I got to be getting I got to be hustling towards some type of goal. And I ain't even got to say I got to be money in my pocket, because I've had money for a long time. And it'd be like, I'm just not working towards nothing. I feel like everybody has to have a goal, and it can't necessarily be a money goal. Money goals are like an endless pit, because you're going to hit that number and then you can be like, damn, I hustle for all this, now what?
And see, I think that's what's kind of irritating about people too, to like walk around with the little cloud over their head and shit. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, when you put yourself into a depressive state, you feel like you laying down or resting or laying in bed is the best thing to be doing, when in all honesty it creates like some type of snowball effect. It's like you sit around and then eventually time passes you by and things actually get fucking worse. So it's like the best way to keep things in motion is to stay progressive and stay active. I feel like you find like some sense of clarity and productivity.
Nah, definitely. It kind of makes you feel like you have a purpose in life. And I think that goes for anybody. If you just have handouts and you just sit on your ass all day, you can get depressed, because as a human, everybody has to have some purpose. Everybody has to have something they're working on. If you're not working on shit at all, I don't care what you tell me, you're depressed. If you don't have no goal, you don't have nothing to look forward to, you have the same life every day. You wake up, shower, shit, eat, go to work, get off, sit in traffic for exactly 37 minutes, get home, shower, and repeat the same cycle every single day. There's no way.
I feel like it's because we're intelligent beings. Like, see, like certain beings live like a life of repetition. Like a dog, it thrives off of doing the same thing every day. If you switch something up, it damn near feels like it's out of place. A goldfish, that motherfucker has the attention span of like a grain of rice. That motherfucker, every 3 seconds, if you drop food into the tank, it's a new day for that motherfucker. I swear to God. But like, as a human being, like, when you're doing a life of repetition, and we spoke on this shit before. Like, if you're repeatedly doing the same thing and not getting anywhere progressively, you're insane.
But
I definitely felt him when he said, he didn't want to come to the podcast. There's some days I don't want to react. But at the end of the day, I also believe what they said with insanity. I want a different outcome in life. And me, I could be kicking it with some females. I could be doing this and that. But I would rather make these reaction videos. So it's crazy, the same things that you typically don't want to do, like they said. Success is on the other side of what you don't want to do.
I'm not a victim. What's it called? Me personally, bro, I've been a victim to this, of life of repetition, doing the same shit, expecting a different result. That's fucking insanity. And sometimes we feel like, let's do it again. It's going to work this time. But yes, this can't work. But you got to do something different. No matter what, you have to do something different if you want a different result. I feel like everybody is like, man, yeah, bro, I'm going to get rich and I'm going to leave my job. But you keep going to work every day. You haven't called out yet. You still giving them your time.
To work, like, where the fuck is your plan? You get what I'm saying? See, I don't think a lot of people understand, like, a job becomes a rat trap, but it could also be like the catalyst for you to be able to like start your dreams. See, a lot of niggas go to work and that nigga's going to go buy Balenciaga on Friday. He's going to go to the club. He going to spend down there majority of his check, have nothing but bill money left, and then he's going to have to go to work again. That's how it becomes a rat trap. But if you're the nigga that says, damn, this job is not getting me nowhere, but I'm making some extra cheese, and instead of feeding your fucking, you know what I'm saying, your negative habits, you say, okay, cool, I'm gonna go start this clothing brand, I'm gonna go buy my t-shirts. Or if you want to be a rapper, I'm gonna go buy my studio time. A lot of niggas allocate their money the wrong way and feel some type of way about being stuck inside of a loop. But it's like, bro, you put yourself in the loop that you're in.
You know, it's crazy. I don't think they're spending their check. They're spending hours. You're working, your check consists of 80 hours on average. It's going to consist of 80 hours.
Facts.
And you telling me you're going to spend half your check on a pair of shoes. You spent 40 hours of your life on some fucking Balenciagas
And that's
to
what I
impress
said.
people that you don't
niggas,
like.
niggas don't be understanding, bro. Like, time is money. So it's like, if you, again, like you said, if you spending money on the wrong thing and you're not putting money back into anything involving like freedom, you get what I'm saying?
It's crazy how they were speaking on the shoes. Ironically, I worked at the shoe store, and at Finish Line, it was so much apparel and shoes coming in that you really felt like you were working for free. And all you felt like you were doing is hoarding these shoes. A lot of the times I didn't wear the shoes that I was getting. I was just in an environment where the hype on the shoe was so high that you felt like you had to buy them. But then you get out of that environment and you realize, you know, it's like the smoke settles and you can see that really you just wasted a bunch of time and money, which at the same time, I like how he said, you know, a job can set you up for your dream. I feel like if I didn't experience certain things, then I wouldn't have the mindset that I have now. You know, it's easy to hear these guys on the podcast, but when you go through it in real life, it's easier to be like, oh yeah, I felt that. I've been through that. So yeah, time is the most important thing that you got on your side, and you don't want to lose it being in what they said, the rat race.
You bullshitting, gang. I used to do the same shit though. I ain't gonna count. Like, I think like I started working a job when I was 15. I want to say like from 15 until 21. Like, I was so materialistic. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of us are victimized by like fucking social media to an extent, because you want what you see. But that's like the part where you gotta like practice delayed gratification. Bitch, you're not a millionaire. So why the fuck is you taking your stupid ass in Saks Fifth to go hop back in your Toyota with a plastic bag on the window and you gotta go back to work again?
It's because of the dopamine rush. They're looking for that dopamine. When they put the shoes on and walk in front of a certain crowd, they know that crowd's gonna think they got it
Hey,
going
bro,
on.
you got that shit on.
You that nigga. That's what they feel like. But
I
in
feel like
reality,
niggas be somewhat homosexual too, cause like
Nah, for sure.
niggas thrive off of this, like niggas thrive off of validation from other males and shit like that. And I'm gonna be honest, even if you thriving off of the validation from females, a female will fuck a broke funny nigga. So
nah,
it's
for
like,
sure. If you a broke funny nigga, you're definitely gonna get fucked, and that's just the way it go. I ain't gonna lie, but it comes to a point where I'm looking at niggas like, okay, it's not. You gotta think a nigga have his check and the check be spent before it hits his account. And when I say that, what I mean is he like, okay, as soon as my check should be, I did 80 hours. Usually my check about 2,200. Okay, bet. I don't got no bills this check. Or maybe the nigga do got bills and he's saying, fuck it. He like, all right, my check 2,200. But I know I said I want to get them shoes that just dropped. They 600. So I'm good though. I still got about $1,500 left over. Then you're like, I'm gonna go on this date. I'm gonna do this. You spent the money before it hit your hands, and you wonder why as soon as your check come 2 days after the check hit, you back broke again. Because the money was never your money. It was just waiting to touch your hands so you can come give it to a nigga like me.
that's real.
There's consumers and there's
what was the
producers.
shit you told me one time, Twin? You told me something about you said a nigga pulled up to your job, Twin. He was like, if a nigga like you keep on watching me or some shit, I'll be able to buy another Bentley Nature. Tell me.
It was the owner. It was the owner of the company, the Brancos. I'll never forget this.
Yeah.
They came and talked to him. I was talking to him because they owned the dealership at the time. Mm-hmm. And they pulled up. They wouldn't, you know, it's crazy. They drove a Mercedes, but one time they pulled up in a Rolls Royce. Yeah. And I was like, damn, I really love that car. And it's not his exact words. He said something along the lines of, yeah, if you work hard enough, I'll get another one next year. Mind you, they have fucking ranch homes. They got all types of homes. They're never there. I'm like, you own this dealership. I see you in this motherfucker maybe once a month just to walk through and check numbers. So I'm like, damn, you own this shit. You're making this and you're never here. So I always had the mindset of I always think deeper. I'm like, okay, I'm making this. You paying me this. Because a lot of people turn a blind eye. They're like, all right, I'm 19 making $150,000 a year. That's cool. But I'm looking at my sales sheet. I'm making them $1 million a month. I'm like, damn, I'm making y'all $1 million a month.
It's a poor man helping another man live his dreams every day.
Exactly.
And I think it's kind of weird because I did the same shit, Twin. I feel like the realization kicked in for me when I was like 22. I was working at a barbecue place. I used to hate that bitch. I come home every day, smell like smoke, ribs, and some more shit. Nigga got me busting my ass on the grill, peeling membranes off of ribs, cutting chickens in half and scooping shit out. And I'd be like, God damn, bro. This nigga coming here fresh as fucking Gucci. And the only time he come in this bitch is not necessarily to talk to us or check on us because he has a manager. That nigga's going to the register, he's grabbing the funds out of that bitch and walking back out the back door. And I'd be like, bro, like, what do you do when you leave this bitch? He said, I go trick my money off on hoes. I take them Rainbow. We go on flights to Miami. He really be popping it. Shout out Bert. You know who the fuck you is if you ever see this shit. Shout out Bert, because he watches a lot of my shit. But like, the nigga Bert was like, he was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. He was like, I used to be the man doing the footwork. But he was like, you gotta buy back time. He was like, that's what niggas like you were here for. And I was like, damn, gang. It really was just like a cold realization that like I could sit in this job for the rest of my life and funnel another nigga's dreams, or I could just go start my own.
That's exactly how I felt once I left Finish Line. I had the mindset, if I can sit here and make them millions of dollars, anything that I can do, I can figure it out. And that's all it really is. You know, it's going to take time. You're going to have to do your research. You're going to have to, you know, it's going to be trial and error. But as long as you put in that work and as long as you don't quit, you're going to find some form of success.
Yeah, you like you said, buy your time back. I think that's so important. That's something I pride myself in. I think if you work more than 4 days a week, you work too much.
Facts.
I don't care what it is.
I appreciate you for firing me too, bro. Like, I feel like that was like,
What the hell you get fired for?
I'm gonna be honest with you, like, bro was like a cool ass nigga outside the workspace, but like in the job space, he was like an asshole. So it was one of them situations where like I was showing up to work, I was doing everything I wanted. He wanted me to do, but it was damn near never enough. Like, you feel me? Like, but he like really like it was one of those situations where, like I said, I feel like he just wanted me to go harder, but I didn't see the reason to go harder for $9 an hour. You feel me? So I looked that nigga in his face one day. I think I was like smizzed at work. Cause he be leaving in and out, bro. We got access to a full open bar in that bitch. He be having us like catering and doing parties and shit. Motherfuckers had a little event in that bitch. I got a little sip. I got damn I didn't know helium could get you high. I was in that bitch playing around.
You was off the fucking whip it?
I was playing with balloons with my fucking coworkers. You know how you breathe a balloon and you talk?
Yeah.
I breathed too much of the balloon that day and I was fried rice. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That nigga has us like at the end of the night, we supposed to check the inventory and make sure we have enough of everything for the next day. I didn't check inventory right, or I like miscounted some shit, and the next day that nigga fired me. But like, gratefully, like I'm
Just
so
cold
glad.
turkey said, get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
I'm glad that nigga fired me, bro.
What's the dumbest shit you ever fucked your money off of? The dumbest purchase.
Oh, you was with me when I made the dumbest purchase. I bought a $4,000 Fendi sweater that I wore one time in Miami while it was hot as fuck outside. I wore that shit for a picture with some Dior's and never wore that bitch again.
Wasn't that a short sleeve shirt?
Yeah.
It was a short sleeve sweater.
A short sleeve sweater.
That was dumb as fuck.
Actually,
and I
I've
told you
had
that.
worse purchases, but
Like what?
I think that was like one of the biggest, like what the fuck. That's when I realized like I just be spending money on dumb shit. That bitch still sitting in the closet right now. What else I spend my money on, bro? You used to see me go to Pat and Moon and go.
I'm glad you said you. I used to watch your ass do it. You know what's crazy?
What?
Yeah, I never been a nigga to judge nobody for nothing they doing. But I remember that. Like, what was it? 2023.
Yeah, it was
2023. All right, 2023. That nigga was at Pat and Moon every fucking week, and that bitch dropping a bag. Now, you couldn't catch me drop dead buying shit.
I would spend a minimum of $5K in that bitch, like minimum. And I thought I was popping it, but realistically, like looking back with like some financial literacy and just like understanding who I am now, I'm like, damn, bro, I could have bought stocks, cryptocurrencies. I could have started my high yield savings account. I could have even put my money into a Roth IRA, but like, I just like at the time didn't really understand finances, and I wanted to look like money, which a lot of people want to do. But if you want to look like money in the long run, you won't have no money. It's niggas out this bitch fresh as hell, $10,000 outfit hopping on Martin.
It's exactly what he said before. It's a dopamine high. I remember the last thing I got into was jewelry. You know, we did the shoes, apparel, hats, cologne, cars. But then once I got to jewelry and I learned that a lot of these pieces are moissanite, one. And then on top of that, you realize the attention that you get from wearing the jewelry ain't even all that. You know, you got a lot of people hating on you. And then, you know, you really just wasting your money when, like he said, you could put your money in the stocks, real estate, Roth IRA, Bitcoin, things that are going to help you in the future, rather than buying something and you have it, but it's really depreciating. Really, at the end of the day, you want to focus on buying assets and not liabilities.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I always said all the time, a nigga can have $5,000 in his pocket. It's a Friday. He finna go hit Saks. He got to spend what's the outfit? $2,500 on his outfit.
Yeah, you gonna have to spend
then
some
he got to
cheese.
put in. He gonna put in on a section. He put $800 in on a section. He and that motherfucker. He look rich as hell, but in reality, he got $1,000 left to his name. But they'll never know just because he look good. And I think the club, I'm starting to learn. Everybody that goes to the club is depressed.
Yeah, bro, it's an ego battle in that bitch. You got females that seeking male satisfaction, male seeking female satisfaction. And the craziest thing about the club is everybody's there for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I go to the club, I go to like some type of sit down restaurant if I want to go network. Y'all folks are networking with the wrong people. Niggas are seeking validation from females that are in that bitch looking for validation from niggas. So it's so crazy to say that it'll never correlate because the average woman inside the club, I mean, some go to just party and kick it, but like niggas trying to hop down on strippers, gang, she's doing her job. 9 times out of 10, she got a baby and a whole man at the house. And after she collects your funds and your bread, she's hopping in her car and going about her way and going to go lay down with another nigga.
Nah, for sure.
God damn, you stupid bitch.
What's all them alarms about, bro?
Hey man, I gotta have hella alarms. I feel like punctuality is something that I sleep on. So like I be trying to like make sure I'm very punctual. So I have an alarm for like everything I'm supposed to do throughout the day on some structured shit.
You still be late.
Nah, not really. I'm getting better. But back to the shit that
let me tell y'all something. Sometimes let me teach y'all a trick in life. When you just know somebody fucking shit up, what you do is be quiet. I learned the best thing to do in life is be quiet because they're gonna tell on themselves. 99% of the time they're gonna tell on themselves. I didn't have to say shit for you to incriminate yourself, and that's something I had to learn. Like that was a really big skill I had to learn because I used to like somebody say something, I say something right back. Now I'm at a point where it's like I said what I said. I'm gonna shut up and look at you.
Yeah.
Because guess what? They're going to tell on themselves every time.
But back to like the stripper topic. Do you recall like most recently, I think we was just like out kicking it to when we seen a stripper in the club. We don't throw no money in that bitch. We just be in that bitch lounging and shit.
Yeah.
But you remember the next day when we leaving at a fucking
she was in the fucking mall with a nigga.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even a mall. She was going into a food place with a nigga and we was like, damn.
I knew that bitch
we was like,
familiar.
we just seen your ass yesterday and your ass was throwing cheeks. You was out this bitch doing all types of crazy shit.
Just to be with him.
Just to go be with him to go spend your bag. So I was like, bro, the average nigga is in that bitch. She like, yo, I'm finna get her number. I'm finna ask for her Instagram.
Niggas, and I ain't gonna lie, one thing about a woman, women are very smart. They know how to have you in the strip club and make you feel like you finna leave with the bitch. That's her job. I think a lot of niggas go in there, they get to throwing a little money and she twerking on them, rubbing them and staring at them and shit.
It's mental manipulation.
Exactly.
Okay. Hey, bro, I was at fucking I like to go. Sometimes I just go sit down and eat strip club food, y'all. It's the only thing to be open late night sometimes. So I went to Cheetah's, twin.
I felt that in my soul. Half the time I go up to the strip club, I'm just trying to maybe get a drink, get some food. You know, I'm really not trying to get no type of dance.
I'm in Cheetahs and I'm watching a nigga get coerced out his pocket and I'm like, oh my fucking God, this nigga's a simp.
How did it go?
Twin, she's dancing on him. I can see him throwing the bills. He runs out of money. I can see her whisper in his ear. He goes to the ATM. She's shaking ass on him while he's at the ATM, sliding his card in and sticking in his pen. And I'm like, this nigga's finna go fucking broke right now, gang. And she's not going home with you. She's finna run your ass dry. And as soon as you're dry, it's goodbye. So I'm like, bro, this shit is crazy because like that, like you said, a lot of these people are depressed, twin. Like they're literally in there just like rubbing their ego. They in that bitch trying to have a battle with other niggas. Yep. Like,
they feeding all the shit that they're personally fighting. I think a lot of times everybody has a vice. Yeah. And some people's easiest vice, easiest escape is going to the club because it's impossible to be sad in the club. Whatever you're going through in life, you're not going to see it while you're in the club. While you in there, it's a great time. You kicking shit, you enjoying your life. But in reality, as soon as you leave, you're going to feel worse than you started because then you're leaving out with less money than you came with. Definitely. And you added nothing to your life.
I could say like shit, like you said about the vices shit. I feel like a lot of people be feeding their vices on a day-to-day basis. I used to do that shit. That's why I stopped smoking. Like a lot of people be like, Casper, how did you stop smoking? It's when I realized like I was smoking because I thought I was I used to make excuses for it. I used to tell myself I used to be very productive off of the shit, but realistically, like looking back at it, I was just coping. Like a lot of people use like their vices to cope. Like some people are drinkers because it helps freedom of their depression, but you come right back down to it once you're sober.
And it makes you crash harder.
Exactly. Like I used to use weed and it got to the point to where like I couldn't go eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't go even enjoy regular activities without having that blunt first. And I came to a realization like I was living the mindset of a junkie. That's why I feel like a lot of people don't understand, like I'm not gonna judge you. It takes a long time to, you get what I'm saying, be able to escape your vices. But what I can say is, bro, I used to wonder why people would say like that shit is a gateway drug. But it is though, because in a lot of ways, you might not start doing crack, but if you doing weed to feed your depression or you doing that shit to, you get what I'm saying, feed
so you start doing
entertainment. Heroin? No, nigga. But my point is, you'll start doing some bullshit, bro. You'll look for other ways to goddamn cope in a lot of different ways. You feel me?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Alcohol is that for me, but not depression. It's more so for anxiety. Like I can't speak. I can't do public speaking without a shot in me. I can't talk. And that could be like, and me saying that can be something where people look at it like, oh, this nigga's like, okay, he knows his problem, but he's still doing it. Well, goddamn it, I'm a lie. I'm rich, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? It's at the point where it's like, okay, yeah, I can work through it and learn how to talk without liquor, but I don't want to. Yeah. But I think being aware of it is a big part of it. If you're aware of it, it's cool. But a lot of people have alcohol issues or weed issues, and they don't know they have a problem. They think, oh well, I just talked to one of my little bros today. This nigga told me, he said, bro, you know I'm clumsy as hell. I said, no, you just be high all the time. He slowed down. He's like, you're right. You really don't have a problem. He don't know that's his problem. You have to know your problem in order to get over your problem.
But I feel like a lot of people aren't very like transparent with themselves. Like a lot of people like to live inside their lies and shit like that. Like I used to be that person, bro, but I think like the biggest realization for me was like being able to look back at my old self and look at where I'm at right now. And I was like, damn, bro, for the longest I used to make excuses for not working out. I used to make excuses for like why I'm the weight I am. Like being a grown ass man and being 125 pounds for like 22 years of your life is some crazy ass shit. Yeah. So for me to have stopped smoking and in less than a month, I was able to go up to like 140, and 2 months in I was at 160. I said, damn, like a lot of the shit that I was pushing off and a lot of the stuff that I was making excuses for was really my biggest issue.
Yeah, and I learned the same shit too when I gained weight. I thought I could never go from 135 to 145, and then when I did the shit, I was like, that was actually easy as fuck. It took me all of like a month.
And it's not even to say it was easier. It was easier than you thought.
No, it was easy. Anything's easy with your mind to. I don't think nothing in life is hard. I don't think getting rich is hard. I don't think being broke is hard. I don't think nothing is hard, but you got to pick your heart.
Yeah,
because either way it go, you're going to have problems. I don't think just because you got a problem in life, you're going through obstacles and make shit hard. It's not hard.
My biggest saying is like, shit, it's two types of hard, and like either your ass gonna cry in a, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna cry on the martyr bus, you're gonna cry in a Rolls Royce. I feel like everybody want to cry in a Rolls Royce, but realistically don't want what comes with it.
You don't want to come with it, because guess what, that martyr bus, you don't got to fix the maintenance on it. It's a different type of problem when you go on Rolls Royce and they tell us $30,000 to fix it.
Then I had a dumbass nigga in my comment section, twin. He was saying some shit about I had made a post that's going viral right now. I was like, bro, like life is a scam game. Like insurance is a scam. Y'all niggas, some of y'all pay $100 up to $1,000 for insurance, and that nigga was like, who the fuck is paying $1,000 for insurance? I'm like, nigga, you
don't have a car.
Yeah, or you ain't never had no car that's really worth some shit because like, gang, a Bugatti insurance. How much bro said he paid?
$24,000 a month.
A month, exactly. So I'm like, nigga, like it's levels to this shit, and I think a lot of people don't understand, gang. The bigger you want, as far as your dreams go, is the bigger sacrifice you have to make financially, mentally. It's a lot of different.
And you got to understand, the higher you go, the harder you fall. I think a lot of people don't understand that too, because you got to think. I never got to the point, like the house I'm in right now was like $800,000. But it's like, okay, I could easily go get a $3-4 million home. But I'm like, okay, the higher I go, the harder I'll crash. I'm 25. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen next week. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck is gonna go on. So I don't want to overindulge in shit, because you got to think, it's bedrooms in this house that I don't walk in. I ain't been in months. Thanks. For no reason. So what am I gonna go step off and get a house with 8-9 bedrooms for and a pool? I don't fucking get in no pools. So certain things is not for me. So if I went and got crashed out and got a crazy crib, that's an ego play. That was for everybody else. And who the fuck am I inviting to my house anyway? I'm not posting it, so it serves me no purpose.
And realistically, you got to kind of pace yourself, because like I said, bro, like I think it'd be so funny, like living in the building I live in, just like, or living on like a penthouse floor. Like I see niggas every day with an eviction notice on their fucking door, and I'm like, damn, bro, you probably a nigga that made $100K. You seen your first 6 figures in your life. You said, let me go buy an apartment that cost me fucking $5K a month, $4K a month, even $3,500 a month. And I'm like, bro, you live beyond your means because you trying to do shit for the instant gratification. And next thing you know, you burn and fizzle yourself out.
These two definitely spitting gems. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys go watch it at Mindset Over Money. So I love you guys. It's positivity, good vibes. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. We out.